What you're looking at here is my legit reaction to my first few plays with Pika 1.0. And all these videos you're looking at were, of course, created with Pika 1.0, with their web interface, which is clearly awesome. I just want to sit here and look at these for a few minutes, and I want you to revel in the marvel that they are, the quality. And some of these aren't even upscaled, but look at this one right here. This was from a still image. It created this animation and even had this little chick escaping. I am blown away by how it adds character movement, talking to images, and look at that animation. That's just crazy stuff right here, all from either text prompts, which this was totally, or from an existing image, which this was here. We're going to walk through Pika 1.0. We're going to show you the various options and show you how you can get results like this with images that you already have or ideas that you have in that crazy head of yours. Hey, welcome back to the channel where we go absolutely nuts over creative AI. And Pika 1.0 was released to me over the weekend. I've been sitting on that waiting list for quite a while, and what a wonderful Christmas present for me to have access to this a couple of days before the holiday in question. And I started playing with this thing, and what I showed you in those videos was just a few of the results I'm getting. I've been reviewing a lot of text-to-video and image-to-video solutions recently because they're coming at us like crazy. But this thing, which started out as a Discord app, come out of the gate and I really feel like it is the one to beat. Now get yourself on this waiting list if this is something that you're interested in. I have no idea when you're going to get on there. It took me quite a while, and I actually requested through several accounts waiting to see when can I get in there. I gotta see this thing. And so far, only the one account has been allowed in here. And for now, everything that I'm doing is free, and it's incredible. So let's play with it. First, get in there, you're going to be greeted with the Explore screen, where you preview what some other people have done just by mousing over it. You can see that the animations and the movements are incredible. There's no breaking of images, there's no weird explosions of details, and the animation of some of these characters is just insane. Start with regular text to image, so let's just come up with something that we want to see, like a house made of donuts on a snowy hill. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Okay, we won't look at any of these options yet. We'll just see what this does out of the gate. So you click the generate button and it begins up here. It says your video will start generating soon. They're not lying, it really will. But it does take some time, and we can continue to do other things. So why don't we do something else? Lizard skiing behind a boat on a lake in autumn. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the options we have here. When we click on this, we get our video options. Now we can choose our aspect ratio. Who doesn't love a good 16:9? So I'm going to leave it just there, and I'm going to leave it on 24 frames a second because anything less than that just is not acceptable. All right, so I'm going to leave those there, and then we have the motion control. Panning, tilting, rotating, zooming. Where does it end? Why don't we, just for fun, put a little pan in there? Let's move to the right as things go on. Can we rotate too? Sure we can. So it's going to spin this way and it's going to pan to the right. The strength of the motion is at 1. We can take it up to 4. Let's leave it at 1. Just for now. Okay, we'll leave that there. And then we have parameters. Any negative prompt you want to put in here, like if a lizard skiing behind a boat on a lake in autumn and you do not under any circumstances want to see a frog, well, you better type that in there. You can put a manual seed in there or randomly generate one. Consistency with the text, I'm finding that leaving it right here around 12 is fine, but you can play with it. It's totally okay. You have my permission anyway. Okay, let's do it. Boom. And we'll wait. Now, let's take a look at what happened up here with our house made of donuts on a snowy hill in a snowstorm. Let's go to full screen here. And if we really want to see it full screen, we have to open it in another tab. We can click this full screen button and there it is. But we can't, it doesn't loop all automatically. But that's pretty nice. I don't know if that looks like it's donut. Well, we do have donuts here. It did a pretty good job. Let's say, hey, we like that. We'd like to see 4 more seconds of it. You can do that. You can click on add 4 more seconds and then just click this sucker again. You can see we're getting a 1280 by 720 video. Pretty nice. So we can either add 4 seconds, or let's click that out and see what else we can do. Modify region, what do you mean? let's modify the region, see if we can get a chimney on there. Chimney, boom, we'll let that go. Now I can also go ahead and have another one running where we expand the canvas, so I'll just do that. I'm not going to change, well, I have an opportunity here to change the prompt. How about pine trees, and see if when it expands it adds the pine trees. All right, so lizard skiing behind a boat in a lake, autumn. Autumn got all up in the boat. The lizard is in the boat, not behind the boat. So let's retry this. Now if you click retry, it doesn't give you the opportunity to change it. It just goes for it. Really probably wanted to do was re-prompt. I'm going to say view from the boat of a lizard water skiing behind it. Careful. I'm just going to boat wake. Waves. I don't know. Let's just throw some elements in there. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, this was our modified one for a chimney, and I don't see a chimney. All right, so it's not perfect. I wish it were perfect, though. Wouldn't it be great if it were perfect? Maybe one day it'll be perfect. Here's our reimagined lizard. Let's take a look. That was before I reprompted it, so it's still kind of not quite right. It's kind of weird. Let's see. This is our expanded image, and we put pine trees, and look, baby, we got pine trees. All right, but you know what? Let's use this opportunity to try another one of its wonderful features called Upscale. Now, I just hit Upscale and just started. Didn't ask me any questions. It just did it. And it had the prompt pine trees in there. So I don't know what's going to happen. While that's working, let's play with the image to video. So let's find probably one of the weirdest images I can find on my computer. Like, how about this one? We've got Grandma and her lovely pet spider. They're knitting together. They like to spend this quality time listening to music on the old Victrola. But as cute as this is now, how cute will it be if it moves? Let's find out. So we just drag the image in here. We just literally drag it and drop it onto the screen, and there it is. And we'll change the prompt to say, old woman, a rocking chair, knitting while her giant pet spider moves his legs around. Because I just want to add animation. Boom. Oh, this is our upscaled pine tree. Open it up in another tab so we can really see it in all of its glory. Okay, and there it is upscaled. You can see, I wish this would loop, but it doesn't when I do it all upscaled like that. But you can see really nice details in the trees and the tree branches and things like that. It really did a nice job. Okay, we cannot get this freaking lizard behind the boat. We are racing with the boat. I don't see any skis. I don't know what's going on here. I think I'm going to give up on this particular prompt. Did I mention that it wasn't perfect and how I wish that it was and that maybe one day it will be? I did? Okay. Look at Grandma's picture. Ugh, that's nasty. That's so nasty. I want to upscale it and add to see if any details will come in here. So I'm just going to click upscale and it just starts. So let's start fresh and let's try a totally different style, like a cartoon style specifically. Now, there was an animator named Don Bluth. He's got a very specific style. I don't know if it's going to work, if it's going to like the fact that I reference a particular style, but let's just try it. How about a cartoon of a man who dancing with a broom? Didn't see that coming, did you? Don Bluth style. Now, while we're at that, let's just try some other styles. How about 3D Pixar Disney cartoon of a man dancing with a broom? I will get rid of Don Bluth style, and we'll get that going. You can see how it adapts that style, even though you kind of saw a sneak peek of that in the intro. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with our upscaled video output. Can I open a new tab? I really want it to loop, but it doesn't. Well, it didn't really give too many more details. I mean, I guess it's upscaled a bit. It looks like they're wrestling now. They're like, it's like, hey, stop messing with it. It's like a cat when you're trying to do stuff. I guess spiders are like cats. You know, they just try to mess with your string. They're like, I didn't know that about spiders, but now we both know. Okay, here's our man dancing with a broom, Don Bluth style. I don't really see a broom. I guess he's holding it above his head, and he's not doing too much dancing. What if we edit this real quick? Dancing wildly with a broom at a crazy party in New York City on New Year's Eve. Boom. Oh, look at that. The 3D Pixar Disney cartoon of a man dancing with a broom. Folks, we've got the broom, we've got the man, and I'm gonna add 4 seconds to this bad boy just by clicking that button and clicking generate. So while that's working, let's play with physics. Thick maple syrup being poured on a Belgian. I really want to leave it there and just see what it does. And then I'll go back and do waffle. We have to, sorry. It's just how my brain works. Let's do square this time, just for something different. Clearly used the same image before. Maybe I should have blanked out the image and let it retry. I can't really remember. Let's see. I mean, it's got the same guy and the same image and everything. Let's check our extended version. This is our 7-second version of this. Now this I really like. This I really like. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Oh my, that's fun. Did you see all that? I hope you saw all that because that was fun. That was so much fun I want to upscale it. We'll see if we can add some details there. That is some non-stick syrup right there. Look at that. It's just like that thing has been Scotch guarded. It did not pour it on a Belgian person. It said, I know what you mean. You mean waffle, right? All right, here's the one with the waffle though. Okay, well it's fun physics. Maybe the wind was blowing really hard. Maybe I should stop looking at this. This is our extended one, upscaled. So we're gonna open this in a new video tab so we can see it all upscaled. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know if it translates for you, but I mean around eyes and stuff like that. This is some crazy stuff, man. That is good. That's good stuff. At the very beginning of this video, there was an animation of a head sort of exploding into some dust. Let's do something similar. How about a scary clown, because who doesn't want to see a scary clown explode into anything? Exploding into a cloud of multicolored powder and sparkling glitter. Do we really want to see this? And then how about one more liquid physics thing, like the old leaf landing on a pond, on the surface of a pond, causing ripples. Clown exploding into multicolored dust and glitter. We could retry it over and over, but you get the idea. We did not get our leaf exactly landing in water causing ripples. I am going to click retry, and even though we've seen some examples of it already, let's just look at how well it does with making a character talk, like moving their mouths in a believable way, whether it's an animal or whether it's a person. So let's do an animal person. How about a woman with the head of a cat talking about her dilemma on the news? That's a stretch. How about just a woman with a normal head? I won't say normal head. How about woman talking? How about make that more interesting? Woman wearing a top hat and red sunglasses, dressed as a police officer. What am I doing? Talking. We've got like what may be some ripples. No, we're not getting the ripples. I mean, it's a nice image though. It's a leaf floating. But look, even though the physics aren't 100% there, come on, the image quality on all of these is about the best I've seen out there. It's crazy good. I'm gonna say this is perfect. I mean, you don't really get that it's a woman necessarily, but it's clearly a cat head talking, and I don't know what's going on with the eye, but you know, the cat talks. You're gonna nitpick at the eye? Check her out. That's a woman wearing a top hat and red sunglasses, dressed as a police officer, and she is freaking talking. I mean, it got every detail of that prompt. Is that the best thing ever or what? I mean, I know there's other alternatives out there. I'm sharing them. I'm making videos about them. I'm gonna continue to do that, and all of them are gonna get better, but wow. This is an impressive showing. You've got to be in agreement with me. But if you're not, I want to hear all your reasons in the comments. And if you are in agreement with me, how about if I hear all of those agreements in the comments? And if you haven't subscribed to this thing yet, I can't come to your house. That would be rude. And I don't know where you live. So, but the button, you just click subscribe. It's so easy. It's just so easy.
If you subscribe now, I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you do not, I will look for you. I will find you. And I